old story told by this Cherokee Brave. A Cherokee Brave is a higher up official inside a tribe, and he's a grandfather. The story is called The Tale of Two Wolves. It has all to do with these two wolves that live inside of someone. One represents peace, serenity, harmony, good thoughts, balance, and the other represents anger, maybe scorn, irritability, or frustration. And so this grandson's asking his grandfather, which wolf will win? And the grandfather smiles and he says, the one I feed, the one I allot more energy to, the one I pay more attention to. The big takeaway is that these two wolves will always live inside of us. We're always going to have situations that reflect disappointment, difficulty, sadness, or anger. We're always going to have situations that reflect happiness, joy, involvement, and things that bring about enthusiasm and peace. The thing is, we can't totally decide which wolf will never be there, but we could decide which wolf becomes more powerful based on the amount of energy, the amount of thought we give into things. I think this comes from the whole basis of rational emotive behavioral therapy. And this old philosopher talks about how we're not affected by things. People are not disturbed by things. We're disturbed by the view that we take of those things. This whole idea that our thoughts become a highly contributing factor to suffering and the removance of suffering. It's not exactly events, but the perspective that we take from those events that challenge us. Even our judgments or criticisms towards those events, right? Like I can see, how having a dead pet can be distraughtful, how that can be extremely sad and traumatizing. Our perspective in the beginning of things might be that I lost my best friend. Here I am without this great company. Or our perspective over time could be like, I gave this animal, this thing that I loved, a good home, a comfortable place to be, a warm bed to sleep in, good company, and good eats. It's like, our perspective starts to fuel into how we feel about the situation. This becomes so powerful when it comes to going to work. Am I paying attention to the stressors and the inconveniences, or am I paying attention to the privileges and the advantages? This whole kind of analogy reminds me of that law of concentration I always get back to. Whatever we dwell on grows and increases in our life. In other words, what we pay attention to becomes the deciding factor of how we think. And it forms the basis of our emotional intelligence. Being aware that I could control what I think about and how I feel about what I think about allows me to have a better life. I don't have to suffer as the result of experiencing sadness from time to time. I can put a different spin on it and declare that it's not grave depression, that it's sadness that's visiting me for the time being. This becomes a weapon for a better quality, like a more improved quality of life over time. So this is The Tale of Two Wolves, basically perspective is everything sort of video.